Hi, everybody. Matt Bernier, joined by DRF's national handicapper Mike Watchmaker. We're taking a look at this weekend's Weekend Warrior. Saturday, August the 5th, one race at Mountaineer Park, one race at Saratoga, one at Del Mar. Let's start off with the West Virginia Derby, Mike. It's a grade 3. 3-year-olds, a mile and an eighth on the main track. It's scheduled as race number 8 on that card. You've got an interesting field in here. You've got 11 that'll go. You're going to go with the West Coast Invader, the number 4 B Squared.
I am, Matt. I thought B Squared's third in the Los Alamitos Derby last time out was as good, if not better, than anything anybody else in this race has ever run, and that includes looking at least second in the Kentucky Derby or fourth in the Preakness, or Patches third in the Belmont Stakes. For one, the 96 buyer figure that B Squared got in that race is the highest fast track buyer figure in the entire field, and according to the weather forecast, the track is going to be fast there on Saturday. And the other thing is, I thought he was third. He ran well in that race for a number of reasons. Number one, he rated very kindly in the early stages. I thought that was much to his credit. He made a very nice run to get a narrow lead in mid-stretch, and he finished third, and he was beaten by a pair of horses that are good horses. West Coast won that race. That was his third straight victory. He's Travers Stakes bound, and he might win the Travers. He's that hot right now. And Klimt, who finished a nose in front of B Squared for second, was a grade 1 stakes winner last year, a grade 2 stakes winner last year, and second in another grade 1. And he's a quality horse. And, I just think that pair is tougher than Patch and Looking at Lee. And I like the newfound rating ability that B Squared showed. And my hope is that if Mountaineer plays, it's not a track that I play, but if it plays anything like it has the last few West Virginia Derby days that I paid attention because of the West Virginia Derby, when the wider you were, and I'm talking like 8 or 9 path, the better. I'm hoping that, the jockeys be squared out in the middle of the racetrack, because there's just been profound dead rail biases at Mountaineer the last few West Virginia Derby days. And I looked at the recent charts on that place, and it looks like it's still good to be outside there.
You brought up the two names in this field that are going to take the most money. That's Patch and Looking at Lee. Do you like either one of them? And if you don't, if you had to pick one of the two, which one would you go with?
Oh, well, it's like saying, which kind of poison do you want? For me, who's really kind of against both horses, the reason why I'm against both horses is you would think that deep closers like these horses would probably be well set up for a racetrack that favors outside runners, because speed generally gravitates towards the inside, and that leaves the best part of the racetrack available for closers. But I think everyone's aware of how bad the rail has been at Mountaineer, and I think everybody's going to be paying attention. And I think, probably like last year when Cupid won this race, he was sent right to the lead and kept out in the 5 or 6 path. I think a lot of jockeys are going to do that if we do indeed get that dead rail at Mountaineer on Saturday. And that may make the jocks on Patch and Looking at Lee have no choice but to move up near the inside, which would be a bad thing. And now, in terms of their performances, Looking at Lee was dismal in the Belmont Stakes. He was a clunk up fourth in the Preakness Stakes. And whether you think the rail was good or not on Kentucky Derby Day, when he was second in the Derby, he just had the most unbelievable trip a closer could ever have in that race. He literally picked off the entire field on the inside. He was very, very fortunate day. And as for Patch, he did finish third in the Belmont Stakes, but that was a complete clunk-up job. It's not like he did any special running, and I think people are going to gravitate to him and probably overbet him just because he finished second 3 starts back in the Louisiana Derby to Gervin, who came back and, of course, won the Slowly Run Haskell, a horse you like, by the way, won the Slowly Run Haskell last week. These horses can win, but, they're going to be bet, and I'm just completely against them.
Is there anyone else in this field that you're interested in maybe hooking up with B Squared?
Not really. B Squared is the horse I like in here. And if you want to talk exotics, I thought in the race before this, the Governor Stakes, I thought Paige McKenney had a really good chance in that race. So I'm going to be messing around with doubles, races 7 and 8 in the Mountaineer.
Race number 8, Mountaineer Park, Saturday afternoon, the grade 3 West Virginia Derby. You got a field of 11 3-year-olds going a mile and an eighth. Mike's going to go with the number 4 B Squared, Doug O'Neill, Mario Gutierrez. We're going to take a break. When we come back, the second of 3 for this Saturday's Weekend Warrior. We go to Saratoga. We look at the De La Rose.